I'm starting now. Okay, we're gonna try out second term, the expansion to the first Monster Prom. Not Monster Prom 2. It is an expansion. We are still playing one player. Second term DLC! Let's go! Let's see who our new options are. Tried last time to romance the, mysterious interdimensional prince, but did not work very well. Wound up not romancing anybody, and we took ourselves to prom. So let's see what we can do this time. I'm gonna be... yeah. Sure thing. Ooh, class president, what? 6 weeks were left, as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Cthulhu Chick and Computer Guy are here now! Scott Howell! Look at how derpy he is! Aw, look at that good boy tail go. His rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. I like that. Holly, 22? Yep, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam DeLioncourt, 400 and something. Yep, he is a hipster. Zoe, forever? An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. What? Calculester Hewlett-Packard, version 1.0. What? A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. What? And Vera Overland, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Class sweet cheers? Sweet cheeks? Alright, let's go! Let's do the stupidest pop quiz ever! Let's go! How would you talk a cop out of arresting you? Use your seduction skills, wink. They don't call it F the police for nothing. Oh, wow. Use your gaming skills. Everyone knows that a police officer has to drop any charges on you if you manage to beat them at a fair Yu-Gi-Oh! Card duel. Use your acting skills. Convince the officer you're actually the police. You know what? Go for the overkill and make them pay you a fine. I don't know. Ooh. Sure, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Maybe we'll get the Cthulhu girl to go to prom with us. An alien race invades Earth and they tell you the world's fate depends on how you answer the following question. How do you like your coffee? My favorite type of coffee is vodka. I like my coffee as bitter and dark as my own soul, which isn't bitter or dark at all. I'm a pretty nice person. Alien friendly? How do you like your coffee? Alien friendly. So charming, so smart. You find a genie in a bottle, you can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? Try to negotiate up to the 3 standard wishes. Infinite confetti, to truly feel alive. Him to not be so cliched, a genie in wishes, so mainstream. For Shinji and Kaworu to be canon. I mean... Sure. No. See, I would not do that. I don't know who Kaworu is. Sure, we'll go for Cthulhu Chick. Hey, what's the title of your autobiography? Manual of Instructions, How to Properly Experience Life. How to Succeed at Everything and Look Fabulous Trying. My parents think I'm cute and so should you. The Art of Punching Life in its dumb effing face. Temporality, the ongoing journey to define my inner enigma, or the top 10 drunk texts I don't regret sending. My parents think I'm cute, and so should you. Well then. Awkward Oz is gonna go and make friends. Look at my little tumor guy! He knows the answers! Look at how cute he is! Do 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 do. Blah boy! You're enjoying the sound of no ear-splitting shrieks filling the air when suddenly an ear-splitting shriek fills the air. Zoe, what is this abominable nonsense? How dare you so much as think such filth, much less write it, much less put it on the internet? Miranda, I honestly have no idea what you're so upset about. I'm simply expressing myself through the noble art of fan fiction. By writing a story about me, a noble and beautiful mer princess, in a forbidden romance with Nash O'Mahony, the son of the Prime Minister of the Air Kingdom? The Prime Minister, Zoe! I would never date anyone from some socialist nightmarescape with a Prime Minister! But this has nothing to do with you. It's not set at Spooky High, it's set at Creepy High, and the mer princess is named Marmanda Vandebunt. That sounds nothing like Miranda Vanderbilt. They barely even end with the same 4 letters. Don't you know the last 4 letters are the most magical and important of all letters in mer monarchy culture? Why, I should have this dribble ripped into shreds with a libel knife, the cutlery used by the most scathing of reviewers. See, Miranda, you're nothing like Marmanda. She totally would have gone with the slander spoon. I simply cannot stand by while my friend, classmate, and inferior publishes such air people sympathizer nonsense. Oh dear, this could get uglier than it already is. Better step in and help a lady out. Which lady, though, is up to you. Miranda's right, Zoe. A better writer wouldn't even need to put something as disgusting as the air people into a fanfiction. It's just a cheap trick for shock value, like self-cest or mpreg. Leave Zoe alone, Miranda. Don't you see she's done you a huge favor by exposing the treachery of Marmanda Vandebunt? You need to go destroy Marmanda, not Zoe. Of course, Zoe, I understand now. Your story isn't air people propaganda. It's a warning to me. Sure, if that'll get you to leave me alone. And now the next logical step is for us to warn the air people about how quickly I'll destroy them. By writing Miranda Vanderbilt into the story to murder Marmanda Vandebunt and Nash O'Mahony. What? No, it's not that kind of story. There are no content warnings for mindless slaughter. Not mindless slaughter. Mindful execution for heinous crimes against the crowd by being a mer person cavorting with an air person. It's supposed to be a tragic star-crossed romance. Oh no. Oh no. First, Miranda shall sneak into Marmanda's bedroom and have an assassin slit her throat whilst she sleeps, because obviously Miranda would never dirty her hands. Then Miranda shall take Marmanda's place in disguise to go meet Nash, at which point her assassin will murder him as well in the same fashion. How dare you desecrate my fiction with unoriginal and repetitive murders! You mess with my fanfic, I mess with your minds! She does, and oh boy, it's not nice. Somehow your brain can't tell the difference between chairs and feral panthers, which leads to many unpleasant moments. You lose 2 boldness and 1 smarts. Oh no. No! My precious smarts!
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit over here. Vera is cutting up an enormous stack of credit cards and feeding the pieces to her snakes. Why is she feeding her snakes credit cards? Zoe is staring intently at her and frantically scribbling into a notebook. This is obviously a business luncheon, which means that it's a write-off. The longest purple tentacle creeps closer to Vera. Then Zoe scoots her whole chair a little closer. Back up. I bite. Interesting. What? She is indeed a dork. Not what I would have expected. Zoe, besides my obvious beauty, entrancing charm, and tremendous wealth, bleh, I can talk. What are you looking at? Oh, it's not obvious? Zoe flips over her notebook to reveal a massive chart of Vera's snakes and all of the different shifts between them. There are so many arrows and symbols and snakes that you're worried she might actually be summoning some kind of fanfic demon. At first, I was really into my main ship, a front left snake with back center snake. They just have a really natural pairing, you know? But then I started thinking about the rivalry between all three front snakes and how it could be this kind of triangle rivalry hate sex kind of thing. Zoe. And honestly, that just really got me into questions about the rules of the snakeverse. Like, can they get married? Can they move positions on the head? Do they have tails that are inside your head? And Zoe! Vera, you just have to tell me, how do the snakes poop? I have to know. Oh no! Screen should not be black. It's usually black for the first couple of seconds, though, as everything kind of kicks in. You are hereby banished from this table. Go ship my snakes from a safe distance before I get a restraining order, you little purple disaster. But this is an eldritch horror from beyond the cosmos. We are intervening because, 1, we care about our friends, and 2, we don't want to see them kill each other, and 3, you've been wondering about the whole snake poop thing yourself. So I think I've stumbled onto the ultimate Vera shipping chart. Look, Vera's hair and Vera X being left alone. That's kind of boring. Vera, maybe knowing the allegiances, preferences, and sentiments of your snakes could be the ultimate trick for the silkiest, most dangerous hair ever. Exactly. For example, I can tell you that the snake on your forehead is insecure about its girth and length, and that makes its poison less deadly and its relationships less healthy. For maybe the first time ever, you've made a good point. I milk my snakes and sell their poison, so it'd be great to know which one is the most potent and virile. Also, I've always wanted to wear a hat, but my snakes won't sit still and the hat will fall off my head, and that's obviously unacceptable. Aww! Friends! With a little coaching from Zoe, back center snake works out its insecurity issues with front left snake, and Vera's hair has never looked more emotionally mature. Boop, 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 boop. Let's not go to the library. Let's go to the auditorium. Do, 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 do. Creativity! Who are we fanficking now? The tail end of a classic Zoe/Calculester exchange. But student X teacher fic is like super overdone and it makes me really uncomfortable because like what? I got distracted. Boop. Yeah. Like the inherent imbalance of power. Like, could you imagine how problematic it would be if PGS hooked up with one of us? Yuck. I cannot seem to recall what Principal Giant Spider looks like anyway. Image PGS not found. Error! Oh no! Ah, the joys of new students adjusting to the rules of Spooky High. Who's this? We have a random Oni chick. Killing Machine and Abyssal Terror. Rude? I need an impressive ally in my fight against the reign of the LaVeys over the 8th Circle of Hell. Damien's family? Input, quippy response about your sense of fashion being from the 8th Circle of Hell. I have no need for your robo-criticisms. What I need is the power of a being beyond the average monster to aid in my glorious and righteously justified takeover. No thanks. I'd rather just write a steamy fanfiction in which you and Damien are a crack ship who hate sex just to annoy you for annoying us. We need to act now while King and King LaVey are distracted by throwing an admittedly adorable themed brunch. I'm not leaving without one of you with me. She really means it. Time to help one of your classmates out. Guess you better decide which one you don't like. School's full of tough choices. Is it working?
Yeah, as far as I can go.
Okay, it's working now, it looks like.
Well, it wasn't.
I don't know what's going on.
Just thought I'd check and see this.
Let's see. Let's see. This eldritch being is clearly under Damien's spell already. Look at these pictures. Ugh. Yeah, it's working now. Okay. Yay! Whatever was not working has been fixed. Or, let's see, she drew pictures of Damien shirtless, so she's a LaVey sympathizer and you shouldn't bring her. Or, calling the robot a killing machine is inaccurate. A real killing machine would be a tank, and he's not a tank, so he's worthless. Go look for a tank. There we go. What? She's drawn hundreds of these! Yes, I have. Girl Damien from Spookette High, Pirate Damien from Spooky High Seas, Dr. Damien from Spooky ICU. Why are they all so compelling? Because Damien is a spicy red sex pot? He does look very... No, Dahlia! Snap out of it! The LaVeys must be destroyed for their arrogance and monopoly on hell! Pervy Abyssal Terror, you're out! Let's go, killing machine! Error. Label killing machine. Inaccurate descriptor. Found. File. Friendship with Damien LaVey. Seriously? With the amount of violence and arson he commits, you would think someone in this school would be willing to betray his family. And when I find such a student, woe to the wicked! The wicked in this case being the reign of the LaVeys. Well, thank goodness she's gone. Now we can start on that Dahlia fic. What do you think, Oz? Damian or Dahlia is their ship name. Damian. Obviously. Because just Dahlia, no. It could be Liamin. Liamian! To the library! Poker face! Poker face. I got money! Oh, I need more boldness. Ouch. You were going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you noticed her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. Guys, stop it. I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school.
We must commence the rituals.
Ah, we understand you perfectly, Lord Zagord. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No, that's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zagord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Oz? I can't stand to be around these jerks. No! How dare you chase off my future prom dates?
All hail Zagord.
Zagord addressed you by name, and you did not go mad with pleasure. It addressed you almost as if you were an equal. It passed within inches of your frail mortal frame. And what's more, it mentioned rain. Could it be that it was referring to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow down before Oz, for he is clearly the prophet of Zagord. Dude, I'm not mortal. I'm a shadow creature with a tumor. A sentient tumor on my shoulder. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goats once pleased Zagord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Perhaps given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll be a prophet for the day. You should be sacrificing... Sacrifice your own harmful prejudices! But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. They're how we remain reliably unpleasant, the better to unplease Zagord. But Zoe's got an entirely different set of standards that don't involve being a bigot. Yep. She is not Zagord anymore. She is Zoe. I know somebody who changed into a Zoe. Huh. Ah, your wisdom truly is subtle and deep. Very well. Bring out the prejudices. They have a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now bring out the vat of acid we always carry around. Where were they keeping this stuff? Those robes must be really roomy. Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it. The box dissolves with a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disapproving of your gender identity. That's a sound, all right. We are suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been jerks? Alas, it is true, and it is true also that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. The name Zigord is gone, perished along with the dark timeline that gave it birth. Here and now we rededicate ourselves to a new cult. The cult of Zoe! Wow, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudices of other bigots in acid, too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, I got more boldness. Yay! I got one of my boldness back. Whee! Okay. Scott! Let's go chit-chat with Scott! And Zoe, just as Zoe cracks open the Tupperware she brought for lunch. You're not sure what's inside, but it sounds like it's screaming. Of course it's screaming. Whoa, Zoe, what are you eating? Is it pizza? I love pizza. No, Scott, it's not pizza. I'm on a special diet where I only eat Sanity. Ooh, Sanity. I bet that's chock full of protein. Not really. It's mostly chock full of horror. It's better fresh, but that's a lot messier, so when I come to school, I pack leftovers in this Tupperware instead. So smart! What does Sanity taste like? Well, you know when you're sucking the marrow out of the ethereal bone fragments harvested from the carcass of a rival deity you've slain? I don't think I've ever eaten a rival deity. Do I have a rival deity? Is it fireworks? I hate fireworks. No. Let's see. Have you ever drunk a child's tears filtered through its mother's severed scalp while an orchestra plays a tuneless melody on instruments of flesh? I've had pizza. Is that close? No, it's more like cashews. Cashews and shrimp. Oh, cool. I knew it was high in protein. Can I try some? Can I? Well, it's not really for mortals. Oh, Scott. But what if Scott uses the crazy straw? See, Scott, Sanity is extremely high in cholesterol. Why don't you just eat some cashews and shrimp smothered in this malignant insanity hot sauce I brought? Oh no, cholesterol! The original C word! Also, eating Sanity would cause your brain to invert, mutilating it like a thumbless chimpanzee angrily peeling an orange. That sounds sort of bad too, but what I'm really worried about are my arteries! Cashew me, bro! One cashew, shrimp, and weaponized hot sauce cocktail coming right up. This food looks like a tiny crime scene. Down the hatch. That's a lot of hot sauce, Scott. Are you sure your mortal mouth can? My mouth exploded. It caught on fire and exploded. No more mouth for Scott. Speaking of, mouth exploded is why I was late to stream, because I was eating curry. And it was way spicier than when it was fresh. And I'm not sure how refrigerated and microwaved curry leftovers became more spicy than the original curry. I do not understand. No, Scott, I can still see your mouth. But I can't see my mouth, and whose mouth is it supposed to be? Mine, so if I can't see it, it's not real. Okay, dude. Sorry, I can't talk. My mouth exploded, so I don't have a mouth anymore. Scott sits quietly for the rest of the lunch period, growing progressively redder and sweatier while you enjoy a nice time with Zoe. Okay, then. Oh, Scott, we love you. We love our dumb werewolf bro. All right, let's go to the gym. An epic dodgeball match. An inspirational speech and a comeback. And I still need more boldness. Oh no. I'm on a team with Zoe, Miranda, Dahlia, and the amalgam of fungus and fur that calls itself Violet and Tate. You're losing. Wait, what? Violet and Tate. An amalgam of fungus and fur. That's a new one. I'll stop all these dodgeballs with my face! Yes, good. Stand in front of me so that nothing ruins my expertly coiffed hair. And Zoe, go over there and, I don't know, eat their brains or something. No can do, friendo. Too busy laughing at all this failure and imagining everybody naked. Plus, my popcorn's almost ready.
Like a bad trip.
Oh! Fur fungus! Oh, it's a fungal yeti. No, you're doing this all wrong. We can see so clearly what this team's problem is. Is it that we're bad at dodgeball? Of course not. It's that you're bad at relationships. So obvious. Dahlia has the perfect sports body, but no understanding of tactics. I'll tactics you right in the mouth. Miranda's a natural leader, but her frail figure makes her unfit for team athletics. I wear my brittle bones with pride as proof of noble inbreeding. But if they were to fuse into a single being, they would be unstoppable. You know, you might have a point. Princess Muscles, will you join your brawn with my brains? Sure, I can do that. I think I saw it on TV once. They spontaneously burst into dance. They gyrate, sashay, and pirouette towards each other until Dahlia picks up Miranda and puts her on her shoulders. It's just as we thought. The power of their love has made them unstoppable on the dodgeball court. They are obliterating the competition with the combination of keen strategic insight and raw muscularity. Want to draw fan art, but can't look away. Yes, love really does conquer. Uh-oh. Hey guys, the game is over. We won. You can stop subjugating the other team now. I mean it. Hey, stop establishing a police state and ruling it with an iron fist. That's not what the gym is for. Oh geez, they've gone mad with power. If we don't do something to separate them, we're doomed. I'm great at screwing stuff up. Let's hatch a devious plan. Invite a third wheel to come ruin their fusion, or remind Miranda that if she really wants to follow Violet and Tate's advice, she should make sure to feed her host on her host's brain. Ooh. Invite a third wheel to come ruin their fusion, or remind them that if they want to follow Violet and Tate's advice, Miranda has to eat her host's brain. What's this you say? I must feast upon my host's delicious brain to grow even more powerful? Hey, it's always worked for me. Me, and Tate too. Tate's just a mindless Yeti zombie. Tate's face twitches in a momentary grimace, but calms again as he raises a slow, painful thumbs up. Marvelous. Good thing I brought my brain-eating spoon with me. A lady is never without the proper silverware. Whoa, hey, stop putting that grapefruit spoon in my ear. That wasn't part of the deal. It's not a grapefruit spoon. Its proper name is the Argent Lobotomizer. Because it's silver, and it's for killing the brain. Now put me back on your shoulders so I can eat your brain. No, look at yourself, Miri. Look at what you've become. This fusion is tearing us apart. My word, you're right. I've become what I despise most in the world. Someone who actually eats food. Forgive me, Dahlia. I went mad with power. And to the rest of you, I apologize if we subjugated you a bit too zealously. Hey, no worries. All the memories of you two sweatily riding each other around the gym have my spank bank stocked up for the rest of the week. Good to know. Yeah, this is definitely not for kids. Even more so than the previous stuff wasn't for kids. I got 2 smarts and a boldness out of it, though. Woo, my boldness is 3! I need more boldness. My boldness is too low. Too low. To the outdoors! Dance, 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 dance. Demons! Woo, fun! I spot Zoe and say hello. She seems to be in a pretty good mood. Hey Oz, sorry about running out on you before. I was just overwhelmed by all that cult stuff. Speaking of them, they've actually been a lot better lately. They're still pretty clueless, but at least they haven't given me any more dead animals. I wonder what's gotten into them. Well, better not to mess with success. Anyway, I gotta go study for my ambush finance midterms. Later. Her cultists are peeking around the corner. Hey, Oz. Praise be to you for your unholy wisdom and stuff. We were just wondering. Did Zoe say anything about us? Does she like all the dead goats we're not giving her? Are we using the right pronouns? We all love her so much, and we want to make sure she's as happy or unhappy or ruthlessly insane as she can possibly be. I love her the most of all. Who said that? Whoever you are, you can't possibly love her more than I do. I'm the one standing at the front. I was standing in front last time. We all look the same because we're all wearing masks. Silence! You can't silence me. You're not my grandmaster. Well, someone is, right? I mean, we have a grandmaster, don't we? What kind of cult would we be without a grandmaster? Dot, dot, dot. We don't, do we? Well, that won't do. Please, Oz, grace us with your wisdom. How shall we choose our grandmaster? Oh, no. Oh no, the title of Grandmaster should go to whoever can compose the best theme song to sing to Zoe every morning as if it's a new episode of her life. Or think like your mistress. Become a high school student for a day and the answer will be obvious to you. There we go. Indeed.
Your word.
In the past, we have often contorted our forms in dark rituals in order to better comprehend the state of our dread leader. But this will be our most unwholesome transformation yet. Still, it must be done. Bring forth the backpacks and the 3-ring binders. Throw open the vaults and despoil them of their phone charms.
We must
This is going to be the best semester of all time. Oh no, they're off to class. We have learned a great deal in the past 30 minutes. Most of all, we have learned that high school is essentially a glorified popularity contest with a side of wanton drug abuse interrupted by occasional learning. We are a drug-free cult and have sworn off learning as part of our pact with our dread leader, but the popularity thing gave us an idea. We are hereby elevating our most popular member to the role of Grand Master. Rad Phillip, please step to the front of the group. Rad Phillip steps to the front of the group. He looks exactly like everyone else, but that's swagger. So cool. Just by watching him, you gain +2 charm and +1 fun. Look at my fun! I'm so fun. All right, Brain Eater. It's not like Zoe and Miranda aren't always the perkiest of gals, but they seem extra perky as they skitter around writing things down in notebooks. Doubtless you were admiring our great work, Oz. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for her magazine, totally a real food magazine. It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness. Look at that t-shirt, though. It's just Miranda as Sailor Moon. Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles in crayon that seem to be Eldritch runes, with some sparkly scratch and sniff stickers stuck on top. Yep. If you are quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever. I was a little hesitant about founding this very legitimate magazine, since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls. And I usually have my eating serfs eat for me. But then Zoe and I realized we were the absolute best food critics according to our test audience, which was comprised of Miranda's food serfs. Now watch us create culinary criticism magic. First up, macaroni and cheese. This food item contains both macaroni and cheese and therefore deserves 5 stars for this accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables. I've never tried it and the pieces seem way too small to even register in my many mouths. I won't try it either, but the name sounds very, very fancy, so 5 stars. Here is this microwave. Ah yes, this is very shiny and very cube-shaped, which are both good qualities for a food. 5 stars. Here are some French fries. They don't seem to be particularly French, but they don't seem particularly un-French either. Oh dear, how will we ever determine their Frenchosity? Easy, that's your specialty. Zoe, give them a French kiss worthy of the most epic of French fictions to check how good they are at French kissing and therefore calculating their Frenchosity. Or Miranda, obviously you're the most qualified to determine this. The only way to establish Frenchosity is to actually go to France. Just send an eating serf over to check it out. French kiss the French fries. How did you know about my French-themed spooky high AU, Les Monsterables? You truly are my #1 fan, aren't you, Oz? If by #1 fan she means trying to get in her tentacles on prom night, then sure. If you find them to be sufficiently good kissers, my eldritch compatriot, I will join you in this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I'm not in an enchanted slumber at the time. I really feel like people shouldn't be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just going to make out with a fried potato now. And she does. Yes, I found that kiss to be both French and fried. 5 stars! 5 stars. And Oz, maybe you and I can work on other kissing adventures sometime? Oh my goodness! Yes, it's called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. 5 stars. Ooh, she asked me to kiss her.
All right.
Let's go to class! The teacher delivers an amazing and creative performance that blows all your minds. It ends up being a sensation on YouTube. Teacher gains +10 coolness, but who cares? He's not trying to romance your classmates. He better not, that's creepy. Or is he? We hope not. I mean, yeah, even if they are all legal adults, that's still really creepy to be in a position of power and romancing your own students. Ew. Gross. Zoe's catching me up on the latest development on Pirate Oz in her spooky high seas fanfic when suddenly a portal opens up. Interdimensional prince time! I've come to claim my bride! Or husband, or non-binary life partner using the terminology of their choosing, wink. The interdimensional prince? I love when he pops up. He always adds so much wacky drama. Wait a moment. Weren't you previously Eldritch Horror and subsequently trapped in a totem deity, Zgord? Yes, that was me. You devoured my grandfather molecule by molecule, turning every atom of his existence into a million scarab beetles before crushing them and snorting their powdered corpses. Her hoodie has the face that, ugh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's totally not me anymore. No, it was magnificent, and now here you are in the body of a high school girl, but of legal age to consent, which is exactly my type. That's not creepy at all. Come, my beautiful devourer of worlds, be my horrific bride. No. 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 He might be on that. Let's not tell him that she's been married 17 times before and eaten their minds. Why get married when you can bounce on this trampoline? A trampoline? I love trampolines! As do I, my blushing bride. I love whatever you love. That's how good relationships work, right? You just pretend to like whatever the other person likes until one of you dies? Whatever, here we go! We are all on the trampoline because spooky high. This is more fun than tasting the fear seeping out of every pore of my trembling prey. I can jump higher than you. I can jump higher than you. I can jump higher than you. And he jumps so high he is swooped up by a giant falcon. A giant falcon that immediately flies into the engine of a jumbo jet plane. Oh no! It probably wasn't fatal. The prince is immortal, right? Or is he just interdimensional? It's hard to keep these things straight. Screw it, he's probably fine. Yeah, I got more boldness. You also get a gorgeous giant falcon feather that floats down from the sky. That's not usable in this game. But just be aware for the rest of this run that you totally have a falcon feather in your pocket. That would be hilarious if that came up later. Sometimes stuff like that comes up later. All right. Let's go to the library and get more money. Super Benito Bros. Yay! 2 monies! Zoe! With a big grin on the amalgam of chaotic nightmares she used to form her face. It's adorable. Hey! Guess what? My latest comic, Who Watches the Watchmen Have Sex, just got published in Weird Tales magazine! I worked so hard on it, and it's finally out there in the world. Nothing can ruin this moment for me. That sounds like a challenge! Ew, creepy Kappa nerd! He's a neckbeard and everything. I didn't think Kappa could grow hair. Leonard, come on. Why do you always have to slide into my DMs? Delighted moods. Because I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. What about world hunger, global warming, income inequality, human trafficking? You didn't let me finish. I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. In the world of fandom specifically. Oh, cool. It is not cool, Zoe. It is not cool that publishing houses are showering attention on marginalized authors just because inclusivity is hot right now. I mean, look at you. You've got it all. You're purple. You're allegedly a woman. You come from a hideous dimension beyond mortal comprehension. Any magazine would die to be able to associate you with its brand. But it's all a shallow marketing stunt. And what's worse, it's distracting from the real injustice that the liberal media is too scared to discuss. What about the artists who aren't part of some cool, sexy, underrepresented minority? What about us? How are we supposed to get recognized? Sir, you're a Kappa. If I was to entertain all the BS you just said, I'd say, I don't know, maybe through a combination of talent and the numerous connections and avenues you have available to you as a privileged member of society. Don't you use the P word around me, missy. If I'm so privileged, then how come my comic, Zombie Sluts on F Island, still has yet to be published? Because you spend all your time complaining about non-existent obstacles instead of getting better at art? Huh, perhaps you have a point. Oh no, wait, I forgot you were a girl. This can't possibly be my fault. It's much more likely that the entire industry is biased against me. Looks like there's only one way to solve this. You're way ahead of her. You select the only option that makes sense. Use the Calcraft sorting hat to determine the objective value of the two comics. Huh. You've possessed the Gem of Garoto, a powerful artifact capable of raising 4 people from the dead. Why not resurrect 4 great artists and ask their opinions? Yeah! I was saving it to resurrect my family in case they all died tragically for some reason, but this seems just as important. I summon Velázquez, Goya, Picasso, and El Greco, 4 of the greatest visual artists of all time. Oh yeah, I recognize some of these guys. Picasso helped me design my Lair of Mental Anguish, along with the M.C. Escher and David Lynch. Hey Zoe, says Pablo Picasso, long time no see. I heard you've got some art for us to look at. Wrong, we have 1 piece of art, mine, and 1 piece of trash, hers. Here they are. Says El Greco, furrowing his brow at the paintings. What sort of art is this? You seem to have placed numerous titillating images inside of tiny boxes. I do not know quite what to make of this, says Goya, holding up Leonard's piece. But even to my untrained eye, this one appears to be what we refer to in the art business as a complete turd. Well, there you have it, folks. Papa Beardneck dude doesn't know anything about art. Yeah, that's bullcrap. I don't know what I'm looking at either, says Picasso, but I like how you put everything in little squares. I have a thing about shapes. Personally, says Velázquez, I find Zoe's piece pleasantly reminiscent of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, mediated by hints of magical girl manga and The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, all of which also influenced my own work, as you can clearly see in my famous painting Las Meninas. What? Leonard tries to post angrily about how these 4 dead artists are part of the liberal establishment, but it doesn't work because they don't have social media! I get creativity and smarts from hanging out with famous dead painters. Alrighty then. Ooh, party table! Why are the witches here? Ew, nerd creep. I'm going to the party table. This is definitely the nerd table. In a totally normal way, Liam happens to sit down at the same lunch table as the coven. Suddenly you hear a loud gasp from across the cafeteria. Every single one of Zoe's mouths is hanging open. You pull up a chair right as Zoe rushes over. Wow, is that what I think it is? Liam and the coven sitting together. Do I smell a 5th season revival? Drop it. And by the way, there are only 3 seasons, Fall, Winter, and Eternal Contemplation of the Void. OMG, this is totally the classic return to a long-lost ally to save the world once again. Or maybe there's still some fire between Liam and Joy? Do you know anything about boundaries? Not really.
Always the same with you.
Listen, you. We're no longer allies, but that doesn't mean we can't sit at the same table or anything. It is literally just a lunch table, just a flat piece of wood with 4 legs. It means nothing. Quick, use your boundless compassion and wisdom to mediate this minor dispute between your friends. Double-crossing mid-season reveal alliance/romance. Or I think we're missing the real chemistry here. That lunch table is giving serious bed eyes to the cafeteria floor. What? It's exactly what someone would say if they were hiding a secret double-crossing mid-season reveal alliance/romance. Gasp! Did you just say the word gasp, like, out loud, instead of just gasping? Oh, sorry, I'm still getting used to the non-endless despair deity's emotion sounds. Like, shh, and especially, key smash. I don't know how you pronounce a keyboard smash. It depends on the keyboard smash. But you're totally right. This is obviously a ploy to keep me off of the scent. Holy moly, I can't wait for this season. Key smash. Zoe looks overjoyed. You better start practicing your own emotion sounds. Yay, pizzazz and smooch. Yeah, the kissing sounds.
All right.
Outside, party time. Juan, the small magical Latino cat. Why are you sad? No. No. There are 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding that is quite necessary. Monster Middle School with Juan, the small magical Latino cat. I think that's Mom, the small magical Latino cat right there. Hey, Oz, I didn't expect to see you here. I started this party, girl. Don't you love how at Spooky High we have so many friends and you never know who's going to show up too? Here's the plan for today, girls. It's the coven! Joy, hope, and faith! They're a coven of witches at a monster school. Why? Why do they all have virtue names? Joy, hope, and faith. Which one is Joy? That's what I want to know. Which one is Joy? Who dated Liam, dang it? You know our names. Of course. It's so cool to see you guys. Say the thing. Say the thing. What thing? The thing. The thing. You know, the thing. Say it. Say it. Say the thing. Sigh. We're here to save the world. It's so great. Remember when I was trapped in a totem? Remember that? And you guys were all, don't you understand what you brought from that shop? What you bought from that shop? Your totem is Zagord, ruler of the Dark Realms. An agent of destruction. We must dispose of the totem before the world suffers. Yeah, sorry about that. No, are you kidding? That was awesome. And then someone stepped in and succeeded or failed at something. I don't really remember. I've lived through so many events and things in my life. It's hard to keep them straight. But the point is, it's all fine now. Now we're on the same team, and I'm totally ready to join the coven. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get us wrong. It's nice for someone to appreciate how hard we work to keep the world safe instead of trying to belittle and or sabotage us. But you can't just... What? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Well, 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 look who it is. We meet again. He's clearly an Alucard knockoff. Eee! I can't do a proper fangirl shriek because it would probably blow the speakers out. Dimitri! Oh my gosh, my ears. My ears are bleeding. Who are you? What are you? Why are you? Oh my gosh, I'm a totem. I mean, I was a totem. I was a high school girl. No, I am a high school girl. Sorry, oh gosh. No, you can't have a crush on the sexy vampire dude. You have to go to prom with me. So listen, I know most people are all about that Dimitri life, where they assume that the reason you often turn to the good side just before you bad again is because of your deep forbidden love for Joy. Never. Joy means nothing to me. I feel nothing for her. I feel nothing, ever, at all. A beautiful manly tear trickles down Dimitri's face as he stares into the distance. Right, yeah, totally. But I've always been rooting for Homitri, as in you getting together with Hope, not like Homitri from my fanfic where you're forced to work in a brothel. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to take from the coven their cursed bloodstone. I take no pleasure from seeing their smiling faces, and I will take no sorrow in seeing their corpses. Ugh, fine. Okay, coven, how are we going to defeat him? You're not in the coven, Zoe! But at that point, everything around Dimitri has caught fire somehow, and the deadly glow lights up his dark but very sexy smile. Time to find a way to get out of this, whilst getting Zoe into the coven. We should all lick Dimitri's abs because of reasons. Or, let's join the coven by being like the coven. We must defeat Dimitri in the classic way, yelling cliched but powerful heroic one-liners. Right. Yelling things does seem to be one of their more effective moves. That's so reductive of the hard work we do saving the world. You don't care. Most of the work they do interrupts those sweet, sweet prom shenanigans you engage in to try to woo one of your most charismatic classmates. So you jump in with your best coven impression. Justice will triumph. We're here to save the world. Friends before fiends. Okay, those were actually pretty good. Ha, pretty good indeed, as good is exactly what I intend to destroy, and also I'm very pretty, so there's that. Though your dark soul may try to snuff out our light, we will always light the match of truth and goodness. Ooh, I want to try. Can I try? Let me try. Vile creatures of darkness. Zoe opens her mouth, and blood gushes forth, flooding the room. Ooh, and here's another good one. She opens her mouth again, and a swarm of scarabs flies onto Dimitri. What? No, my precious corporeal form! I shall not be eaten by bugs, not today! These creatures will not consume my flesh, the way my heart was once consumed by. No, it's in the past now, never again. Darkness is my calling. That was horrifying, but also awesome. This is even more crazy than the previous Actually, yes. I guess you can be an honorary coven member. For today, at least. Woohoo! And it's all thanks to you, Oz. Can't wait to have more coven adventures. That might actually not be terrible. Maybe. Did Zoe just make the coven cool? For now, at least. You know what else is cool? +2 charm and +1 fun! Let's go to the auditorium! Oh, I haven't been to the bathrooms yet this game. That day, while rehearsing for the class pay, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion? So you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-A musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. There's my creativity bonus. Ooh, I'm really smart this game. So I was playing FOF. Ooh, I was playing FOF. I'm Zoe, and I was playing FOF. I hope that stands for F off, faker, because that's what you are. You're a faker. How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Oz how much fun I was having. Being a fake gamer girl? Because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how fun games are. You would just be playing them. A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in people's faces. It's just what girls do, because they're just doing it for attention. I really want to punch him in his smug little Kappa face. Tip him upside down! Leonard, literally all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation. Fake conversation! Leonard! Fake Leonard! No, wait, real Leonard! Girls are the fake ones. So are you saying there are no real gamer girls? I thought I had met one once. She wasn't like all the other girls. Right up until she was when the witch friend-zoned me and went and dated some butthole Chad Cabra. Wait, how did that have anything to do with her interest in gaming? Poor Zoe. She's new enough to this whole being a high school girl thing that she has no idea that there is no reasoning with the Leonards of the world. Not to be a white knight or anything, but you really should step in and find a way to distract Leonard so you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender-neutral topics like gaming in peace. You heard someone saying there's no wrong way to play video games. I also heard that. They were saying every way of enjoying video games is valid as long as it's fulfilling for you personally. What? Who said that? No wrong way to enjoy video games? That's insane! What about casually with friends? That's a wrong way to enjoy video games. How about enjoying them in a way that doesn't crap on other people's enjoyment just because their perspective deviates from yours? That doesn't sound right now, does it? Trying to ruin We're trying to ruin video games for everyone else. I need to put an end to this rumor right now. Wow. Anyway, I was playing FOF the other day. Yay, I get to learn about her interests. I love how she's so unfazed by his trashiness. He's just trying to make people angry, and she's just like, nobody cares. Go away.
All right.
Sup, my girls? Oh, look! It's Dimitri and the Coven at the same lunch table? Ooh. No, I'm gonna go and hit on Zoe. Miranda's paying no attention to her eating serfs, and Zoe is paying too much attention to them. Don't you know how rude it is to ogle another woman's eating serfs? I'm not ogling, I'm researching for my fanfic. My dear, when it is about royalty, it is not called fanfic, it is called propaganda. What? Oh no, I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serfs. What? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna really dive into their inner lives, their hopes, dreams, and desires. Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things. Do they, serfs? The eating serf's eyes dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Should they speak or should they just shut up and eat? Menacing eye contact with the two serfs, silently place a piece of sushi in your mouth and chew violently, or only the really expensive and rare ones do. Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. I didn't realize your serfs were common and inexpensive. I won't ask them any questions. Wait, of course my serfs are expensive and rare. They're the most expensive and the most rare. So you're saying they do have rich inner lives? Rich? Why, their inner lives are positively wealthy. Opulent even. Tell them, serfs. At Miranda's urgings, her serfs share with you their childhood dreams of becoming marine biologists, their mutual love of ukulele music, and their well-reasoned opinions on income inequality.
Spoiler alert, you rock.
This is really a wealth of information. Of course it is. Once again, it looks like lying was the answer. Zoe's certainly grateful. It's so easy to trick Miranda into anything because she's so dumb.
All right.
Itch, itch. Ooh, let's go to the bathrooms. What? I have 2 tumors! Aw, they're trying to make me look cool. That day you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. How do you give 0 craps if you're in a bathroom? You've got to give a crap eventually. You're chilling with Zoe, watching her draw cute little chibi characters getting eaten by nightmare fluid when Leonard slides into your midst. Here, it's not bad for a girl. I might have a major opportunity for you. Oh, cool. As much as I hate your casual sexism, I love opportunities. What's up? I'm looking for someone to do a custom drawing for my YouTube channel. It'll be me, but with sunglasses, and my muscles are huge, and you can tell from my facial hair that I'm right about everything. Yeah, I could probably do that. No guarantee that it won't drive your viewers insane, though. If they go insane, then they weren't true fans to begin with. Great, let's talk a little more about what you want, and then we can negotiate a price for the commission. Excuse me? Price? Exposure to my 284 YouTube subscribers isn't good enough for you? No. Wow, typical. Here I am, trying to give you the opportunity of a lifetime, and you can't even think of anything but money. Did you hear me when I said how many subscribers I have? 284! That's just right now. By the end of this weekend, it could easily be 285 or 286! And from there, it's just a few orders of magnitude until I hit 600. A real savvy artist would understand the value of getting in good with me while I'm still on the rise. This could be huge for you! Anyway, TLDR, no cash right now. I'm investing all my capital in my craft in the hopes of maybe someday becoming a YouTube sensation. You're an artist. Do it for the love of the art or whatever dumb reason artists have for doing art crap. More garbage words pour out of his mouth. The error on Zoe is turning into pink tentacles of wrath. Uh-oh. Well then, maybe you can convince Leonard to pay with something other than money. If you've got all you've got right now is hope for the future, why not pay with your future? Pledge to be Zoe's indentured servant from ages 32 to 36? Or why don't you pay with one of your kidneys? You've already got 2. Deal, suckers. What, you think I'm just a regular high school age? I'm a Japanese swamp vampire. Oh, that's okay. I'll just extract payment from your past self. Wait, what do you mean you'll... Oh crap, my memories! Don't worry. I just bent the fabric of time and space to steal 4 years of your life. We're totally even now. I suddenly bear deep emotional scars from events I never experienced. My entire life is non-canon. So, do you still want that drawing? For another 2 years of your past, I'll even do it in color. No thanks. I think I need to go lay down for a while. Oh, okay. Enjoy the incessant nightmares. The what? Oh, that Zoe. So adorable. Yes! That was beautiful revenge on a turd. That was satisfying. Let's go to gym. Look at that butt. Just randomly, this character has a butt. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally mesmerized. It's the most epic wink ever. Dang, you know how to win over people's hearts. Skelly Man! Seems like Zoe is practically blushing magenta as she sidles up to you. So, listen, Oz. Hanging out at school and getting into wacky shenanigans is great and everything, but it's also randomly absurd and absurdly random, and I just want to have some kawaii date time. So what if we do something super, super cute and adorable together, like a nice little picnic? I mean, I still want it to be personal to me, you know, so I want to have the picnic in a pocket dimension nightmare void that holds a special place in my heart. It's just a super cute, super cozy despair realm devoid of any sense and unreachable to normal minds, so I like to hang out there and watch anime on my phone between classes. Anyway, want to meet me there in a few? I'll bring us some cute little picnic snacks. You try to think of a way to keep from losing your sanity and getting your soul fractured. See you in a few! That does sound super adorable, except for the losing your mind part. But you know a good way to fix that! Nuts, blueberries, and coffee, good for your brain, or purchase a foil anti-void hat from the very trustworthy dude who sells stuff in the dark alley behind the school. No. Stuff that's good for my brain. You stop by the school snack shop, which is a thing that exists but is rarely mentioned because, what, you think you know every single location at Spooky High? You don't! You get a half-calf macchiato triple South Chow latte, some trail mix, and blueberries, and shove them in the old food hole. Immediately you can feel their magic working. Ready to head to the despair realm? You sure hope so. Zoe takes your hand, and you can feel your heart pound and your pulse race. She leads you onward. So here it is. I hope you like the atmosphere. I mean, not the atmosphere like the vibe. I mean, I hope you like that as well. I just mean, like, literally how devoid of oxygen the actual atmosphere here is. Whether or not this would have been a problem for you normally, which is frankly debatable, it certainly isn't today. Not after that healthy and energizing snack. You always use a healthy snack to start the day off right and decimate obstacles from geometry tests to getting impaled with a spear, which are equally likely at this school. Are you having fun? You seem like you're having fun, right? Like, you're having fun? I mean, you're not shrieking with agony and your eyes haven't melted out of your face, and you're still speaking coherently, so that's pretty good for this dimension. It's a good baseline for any date, really. You and Zoe have a wonderful and super cutesy time drinking your sodas to the sounds of the wind echoing in your ears eerily like the shrieks of the dying. Seems like your healthy snack wasn't quite healthy enough to keep your brain from any change whatsoever, because you're now inexplicably highly empathetic to the feelings of raccoons. But it was still everything Zoe dreamt of, specifically that you survived it, and you get +2 charm with raccoons, which bleeds into your regular monster life too, along with +1 fun. Dang. I'm talking too fast. I need oxygen. Oh, look! The super nerds at the table. What? Look, intergalactic prince. Interdimensional prince. Liam is taking a food pick for Moment Graham. He channels the silent energy of the moon. Zoe is right behind him, peeking over his shoulder and giggling. She channels the giggling energy of the moon. Liam, this pick is all wrong. Tell the burrito to smile with its eyes and make its cheese look less melty. And add a filter. Filter more! Filter again! He's wearing a different outfit. Why must I constantly be disturbed while taking my refined food picks? No one understands my superior sense of frame. Maybe because that's my phone you're using? Fair point, but my phone is charging. What am I supposed to do with this food in the cafeteria at lunchtime? Eat it? Oh, I think not. You purple dork. I'm just saying that if you wanted to reach true levels of Tex-Mex beauty, you should add this sticker of G-Min to your food pick. Nothing says good taste like pasting the face of a K-pop superstar next to a high school burrito. Isn't that one of the guys from BTS? I'm pretty sure that G-Min is a guy from BTS. Pure aegyo! All three of you just admire the Jimin sticker. Liam shakes it off and regains his composure. Let's agree to disagree, timeless horror. Or let's put Jimin on your dumb food pick. Stop it. Quick, fix this burrito Moment Graham K-pop emergency. Yes, I'm right. What did I say? That I'm right? What? Oh, yeah. Ah! My husband looked it up for me and I was right. Jimin is one of the guys in BTS. True K-pop fans should know that Jimin's favorite food is enchiladas, and his second favorite food is leaving Liam alone. Or we use the Jimin sticker where he's contemplating the existential notions of death, meaningless, and the void. You had me at meaningless. I'll allow this nonsense. Yay! Now snap that thing! I must admit, Jimin adds a quiet, powerful pathos to this bean and cheese burrito. This appropriation of mainstream culture is quite satisfying. Zoe's pick goes mega uber super viral, and now the whole world is Jimining their burritos. Geez, the internet is weird, but not as weird as your high school. Yep. Alright, where am I going now? To the bathrooms again. Look at that hair. Oh, the 3 wild hyenas on the way. There are wild hyenas. Who runs security here? Why are there wild hyenas? You subdue them with the help of a hair comb. This hair comb specifically. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you've totally gained 2 boldness. Yay! You finish what you're doing and are about to settle down for some quality slacking off when Zoe's cultists come shuffling over.
Welcome.
Greetings, mighty prophet. Your disguise is so convincing today. You look for all the world like an ordinary high school student. Yeah, cool. You ask them what they want. Want is a concept alien to us. We receive everything we could possibly desire through communion with our dark mistress. But we need some advice. You see, tonight is the recurrence of an event which used to bear great significance to the cult of Zagord. It is the night when the bloody moon passes between the jaws of the Draco Lich Peak, causing this realm and the plane of torment to merge. We usually plan all kinds of events for... I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Ritual cannibalism, profane summonings, a partial reading of Dianetics. But the cult of Zagord is no more. We are the cult of Zoe now, and we want to do something to show Our Lady of Endless Regret how much we've changed.
Let the ritual
As you have not yet led us astray, O great and terrible prophet, we humbly petition you for advice. What ritual would be worthy of the mighty Zoe? The most powerful bonding ritual ever, a cute slumber party! Or a classic cult suicide, except instead of drinking poison, we all drink a delicious blue-flavored energy drink. No, the most powerful bonding ritual ever, a cute slumber party.
truth.
A slumber party. Why did we not think of this? Of course we must celebrate slumber on the very day Zagord awoke from its dark dreams beneath reality. Bring forth the profane idols. Make sure they are absolutely drenched in infant blood. Someone go pick up some ice. I gently interrupt to explain what a slumber party actually is. So, no infant blood? No. No infant blood. I see, but that sounds pleasant. You explain that yes, that is the point of a slumber party. Pleasantness was always anathema to the cult of Zagord, but we are the cult of Zoe now, and you are her prophet. We will trust in your sage advice. Just then, Zoe appears! Dang, you wanted this to be a surprise. Hey guys, what's going on? Not sacrificing any babies, I hope. No, we would never sacrifice any babies without asking you first. We simply wish to invite you to what? A nocturnal congress! A nocturnal congress? I'm so over nocturnal congresses. No, this will be different. There will be nail painting and makeovers, and we will discuss in conspiratorial tones those who we most desire to smooch. Oh, you mean like a slumber party? You know of this ritual? OMG, yes! I can't believe you guys are planning a slumber party just for me! This is the best NWTBMP BTJODP CTRATPO TTM ever. Well, in truth, the idea originated with our prophet, the wise Oz. Whoa, Oz, so you're the one who whipped my cult into shape. I can't tell you how grateful I am. How about you just go to prom with me? But if you come to the slumber party, maybe I could show you. Looks like posing as the prophet of a mindless cult is finally going to pay off. Oh my. Well then. I finally have more boldness than money. Obviously, I'm going to ask Zoe to prom with me. Yes, go to prom with me, Zoe. Hey, yeah, if it isn't my favorite prophet. You've been the best, Oz. Those cultists were just the worst till you finally did your thing. You care, and caring is sexy. And you know what else is sexy? An army of cultists that want to do anything to worship me and please me. So what if at prom night we all look for new ways to have fun together? Wowie. Prom night comes, you have a lot of fun. You and Zoe have the best time together, and the cultists make it way better. They laugh at all your jokes, making you look funnier. They surround you in a circle mesmerized while you and Zoe slow dance. And by the end of the night, they join you in some very restless rituals and flavorful festivities. Oh my? What? What? Ah, and Zoe. So fun, so fabulous, so fierce. She surely is one to worship. All hail the cult of Zoe! What? Did I join a cult? Zoe's quote, I'm looking forward to the sequel. Oz best at secret handshakes. That was a lot of new events. Look it. Well then. Oh look! Hookah chow. New person. New persons.
Oh, you got a new secret.
New New. Finally know who you are. New. What? There's an enchanted suit of armor in our class. Look at how much bigger our class portrait is, guys. Who's this plant dude? I want to know who that is. He looks adorable. Those 6 weeks were the most epic and absurd of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives. Blah, blah, blah. Zoe's many years of researching obscure trivia for her steamy fanfics paid off. She got a job as a consultant at a company who makes fantasy sex toys based on beloved pop culture characters. Now she rakes in the big bucks designing blueprints of stuff like... That first one exists in real life, guys. Polly took a summer job as the ghost of Christmas Present. She spent most of her time partying. There was almost no work because, you know, it was summer. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs momentgram filters. I love how Polly was randomly on the here's what happened list when we didn't interact with Polly at all. Okay then, let's see what new pictures we have. Yay! Ba-ba-da, ba-na-na-na-na, ba-ba-na-na-na-na-na. Let's go. The shop now has a paper map? So vintage! What? You've unlocked 6 new images in the gallery. Gallery! Whoops. Yeah, let's see. There we go! We joined a cult. Heck yeah. That's my new ending, guys. Cult. 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 Polaroids! Do 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 do. Look at how cute! We went to an anime convention! MonsterCon! Best ship ever! Look at... Oh my gosh, the Narutards. There's 2 Naruto nerds in here. Why? And Garfield. She's dressed as Garfield. With lasagna and everything. That's pretty great, actually. More art! Well, now we know who that is. And who that is. And who that is. And who the Kappa is. And who that is. We now know who all these dudes are! Let's see what our new art is. New artworks. Ooh. What? What? Oz artwork. It looks like Oz hasn't changed almost at all. Fire Girl hasn't changed much. Liam and Polly have changed a lot. Holy crap, they've changed a lot. Class photo with the new students. Ooh. The Oni chick, Dahlia. And Leonard the turd. Ew, he was originally going to be that. I like the little Kappa nerd better. Because that's just creepy. Fan arts. Polly. Doo-doo-doo. All right. I think that's it for this week. So we will probably romance the computer next week and then have some fun with side quests and secret endings. Because why not?